Yes, my beautiful people. So we are at my favorite part of the show where we will be interviewing a guest. And this week's guest, we have none other than my amigo, the one and only Nicky Blunt. That's DJ Nicky Blunt. How's it going, my friend? You
What's
good?
good? What's good? What's good? Good to see you, man. It's been a while.
I would say it's good to see you, but we've got no video of you right now. So
Yeah,
all I'm
it's
hearing
peak
is your
times
beautiful
here, man.
voice.
Peak times. Like, so yeah, people will have to do with my dulcet tones.
I'm sure enough, mate. I'm sure that's enough. Nikki, thanks for obviously coming on, and yeah, we're obviously excited to have you on, and also talk about your sort of debut release as well. But before we get into any of that, I just wanted you just to let people know a little bit about yourself. You know who you are, what you do, where you come from, all that jazz. Obviously, for people who don't know who you are, and yeah, just a quick introduction to yourself. Yeah,
Right.
fire away, my friend.
Me, like, I'm a middle-aged geek that like is socially awkward as hell, just loves a record, you know what I mean? I think that was one of the reasons I'm social. I was always the DJ at parties, so I was never really socializing. I was just behind the decks, either scratching or what. Like, yeah, now I'm the weirdo that's not DJing at parties. Yeah, like it, just me, really. Like, I've always been interested in music. Hip hop was a very big part of my life from like 1996 onwards. Had a brief love affair with drum and bass, but then hip hop came calling again, and I couldn't resist.
Cool, man. And how long have you been sort of DJing for, and what got you into it, man?
Honestly, I've been DJing since about 1994, and it's like a bit of a strange one. Like we was out at a rave, a drum and bass rave, and like the guy that I was with was like, "I'm having a wicked time. How are you doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm really enjoying myself." But I bet he's having a better one, and I pointed at the DJ. And from then on, I was like, "This is what I'm gonna do." You know what I mean? And yeah,
Just like that.
never look back.
Wicked, man. And whereabouts you from, mate? Do you want to tell everybody where you're from, what your sort of background is, and all that sort of thing?
I'm an Essex boy through and through, really. Like, yeah, it's I'm not orange though.
Yeah, and sort of you said obviously you got into DJing through falling in love
Really.
with the process and stuff and watching somebody else do it. So what were you first DJing when you first got into it? Was it drum and bass or was it
Bass,
garage?
yeah.
Was it what was it?
Yeah, no, it's playing drum and bass. I mean, I still do play drum and bass now, but like
Yeah.
people know me as a hip hop DJ, a scratch turntablist guy. Like, but yeah, I occasionally still put out a little bit of D&B, have a quick 1 foot skunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And when did you start getting into hip hop more?
Well, I started playing hip hop at around 98, 99. Basically, I went to a DMC event
Yeah.
and it was life changing. Like, I was just like, these drum and bass DJs that I thought were heroes. How whack are they? Like, look at these boys. These boys are behind their back and catching stuff, and like, you know,
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Yeah,
And
man.
then on, that's really it. Like,
So that was the natural progression for you, obviously, from there on, and that's it, man. Has that been you sort of from there on, more of a hip hop DJ now? Would you say?
um,
And
like it caught my hyper focus, like being neurodivergent. I hyper focus on stuff, and
yeah,
that is it. And yeah, I can quite happily be in the studio with one loop running and it's fresh off for 2 hours. Like, good times. Not for
yeah,
anyone
man.
else, but I'm having the best time ever.
Mate, I've
Like,
been around you, bro, when you've been DJing, and I just see the pure joy in your face, man. I just know that you're just absolutely loving every moment of it, and that's a beautiful thing to see, man, and a beautiful thing to witness. Obviously we've hung out together. We've been to the Bar Picasso mansion trip, which was amazing. Um, yeah, and we obviously hung out with each other and stuff, and I've seen you DJ and I've heard you DJing as well. Obviously, do you want to tell people a little bit about what you kind of do in terms of radio shows and things like that?
I'm currently working for a new radio station called UK Base Radio, and at
Cool.
the minute, like they are literally brand new. So the idea behind it is to jump on board. I was doing another station, but they're kind of famous for the rave scene and trying to crowbar a hip hop set into there. So I decided instead of doing that, I'm going to jump to this brand new station and try and build myself a brand there rather than forcing people to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand that. So forcing the wrong audience of your onto your music, you want to go somewhere where they're already.
So now I'm trying to build, and that's UK-based radio. Normally I would be doing that now, 8 until 10 on a Monday night, but I'm here with you. You're beautiful. So I took a night off work, and yeah, here we are.
Oh, bro, that's wicked. What an honor. What a pleasure. Yeah, so you also used to DJ on Itch FM and everything as well, right?
What's that? You cut out for a second.
Yeah, sorry. You also used to DJ on Itch FM as well. Do you still do
That's
that?
right, yeah, I played on Itch for a couple of years. Yeah, really enjoyed it there. Had a great time.
And are you still doing that, or is that something that's...
I don't do it at the moment. It's just at the minute, finances are tight. Money's just, I literally don't have the money to be able to. It is expensive. It's worth it. The greatest rap station in the country, but it's very expensive. And to be honest, I can't justify the costs at the moment.
So what, do you have to pay to be on there?
Though, like, shout out all my Itch gang, Sammy J and all the crew.
Yes, of course, man. Big up.
And like, yes, big you guys up.
So you have to pay to be on Itch FM, do you?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's cool.
I mean, most stations will charge you to play on there.
That's wicked. Like, I didn't know that.
Super famous and a big draw where it's beneficial to them. Most stations charge you to play on there.
Yeah, man. Obviously, Itch has been going for years as well, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I mean, they're like a staple within the UK scene. That everybody knows Itch FM. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I've got nothing but love for the Itch guys. Big you guys up.
Yes, definitely carrying the scene and obviously doing a lot for it as well. Indeed, yeah, man. So
yeah, I mean, they're absolute trailblazers.
Definitely.
I'm right in saying that they're actually the only 100% hip hop based radio station in the country.
Oh, really? Well, we're about to change that, motherfucker. So, bro, let's talk about your new release. And this is your debut release as well, right?
Yeah. Like, I'm really trying not to bait myself up with it, but like,
let's talk about it, man. Because this artist I've never heard of as well. Did you say that he might be with you today?
Yeah, like Max is here with me.
Oh, wicked.
Max.
Yo, what's up?
Yes, Max. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, thank you, bro. How you doing?
Very well, man. Very well. Big up to your new release, man. Is this your debut release as well, or?
No. So I'm 31. I've been rapping since I was 17, and I've put a lot of music out over the time. I'm sort of in a process where I've changed a lot in my life, so I'm not so. I'm taking all my old songs, I'm vamping them up, and then I'm leaving that whole side of it behind and working on more mature music.
Man.
It's like a little fun thing to do in between, I guess. The beat was dope, so I had to kill it.
Yeah, mate, you absolutely murdered it, bruv. Absolutely banger. I played it quite a few times already. I've played it to other people as well. It's definitely got that sort of punk sort of feel to it, man. That's what I kind of got from it.
Yeah, I mean, my music influence was basically shaped by the Tony Hawk soundtracks. I'm a skater at heart. I love punk music. I love metal, I love rock. I love hip hop just as much. I love drum and bass. I've tried to make all of that. Do you know what I mean? I try to just basically push what I like. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, man, I definitely heard that rock influence. Max Tatum, that's your MC name, right?
Yeah, that's right, man.
Tatum MC,
so basically everything I've done under Tatum MC was quite immature in its way. I've grown up quite, so I'm going to be working as Max Tatum as a certain point in time, but I just want to get all that old stuff polished up nicely and sounding dope as it can, and then work on the more mature aspect of what I started hip hop to do in the first place.
So this track, is this like a remake of some old stuff?
So when I first got into rapping, I'm very big into conspiracy theories and things like that, and that's what I started off rapping about a lot of the time. And then people we don't want to hear that because we weren't quite in a people say woke in the wrong way. I think it's just being aware of just being aware of what's going on in the world. People weren't ready for it at the time, so I started making stuff just about just having fun. And then lately, people have been looking for more like conscious music, and I'm about to bring that back basically because that's what I started off doing in the first place.
Mate,
So,
do you know what? I can kind of I can relate to that, man, because there was a period like maybe, I don't know, 8, 9 years ago where I started to discover all the shit that was going on in the world and stuff. Went down loads of different rabbit holes, and I was telling people about it. People just thought I was nuts. Basically, they was telling me I was just smoking too much weed, and like 80%, if not more, of the stuff that I was talking about like 8 years ago, it's all we're living it right now. All the shit that was going on right now. So. I'm a little bit like, fuck you. Do you know what I mean? I was telling you this shit fucking
We've,
8 years ago, 9 years ago. I was telling you, and you were telling me I'm fucking crazy. And
we've
now
all
you're
been
telling
down
me
that
the same shit and regurgitating it back to me, the same shit I was telling you.
in
So I'm like,
like
yeah.
a decade ago, but I think we've all been down that rabbit hole and
Yeah, yeah,
stopped
definitely.
because like it was starting to like affect my life and my mentality.
Oh,
And I was
definitely, bro. Definitely. I started to lose my mind over it, man. I was like saying to my missus, I didn't want to have kids.
like,
I was like, what's the fucking point?
oh,
Like,
it ain't
I
any
start,
of it. So like you're better off not knowing, I kind of think.
yeah.
I disagree that we can't change any of it. I think if enough people put their foot down, we could do some good things in this world. But I again went down all these rabbit holes. I got stuck in addictions, trying to hide from the reality that we live in,
Yeah.
and got to a point where I was just like, bruv, if this is the life we've got, try to make the fucking most of it. Sorry for swearing, but like,
No, no, it's all good, mate. It's all good. We can swear
but
as
yeah,
much as you like,
you
man.
got to make the most of what we have, right? So it's all good and well knowing all this stuff, but try and have some enjoyment in your life at the same time. Do you know what I
That's
mean?
it, man. That's it. I kind of balanced out. Maybe I don't know. Maybe for about a year or two, I was kind of a bit depressed and feeling that, and then I started to think, you know what? Like the only way we can change anything in the world is by fucking changing ourselves and the way that we live and the way that how we treat other people, and then that stuff will just basically, it can just pass on, man. That sort of positive attitudes and respecting people and all that sort of stuff and being kind and doing all the good things and being a good person, all that sort of stuff, and being healthy to yourself, to looking after the people around you. That shit then can translate, and somebody might then be inspired by your actions and then want to change themselves, and that's how we fucking. You're not going to go up against these fucking globalists and stuff. The only way you're going to fucking be able to change anything are the things that you got any control over, which is yourself. And that's it, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, you ain't got control over these fucking multi-billion-dollar fucking corporations and these fucking elitists and these cunts out there who are doing what the fuck they want, destroying the planet, destroying us, all that sort of shit. Yeah, it's happening, but what the fuck are you gonna do? You got to fucking. I haven't got an army. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna fucking be able to do anything, so I just got to
Me
wind my neck in.
personally, I'll probably be buying 2 copies of Trouble Funk and sitting at home beat juggling.
There you go. That's what I said to my missus. I said, if the world's gonna fucking end, I'm just gonna be there fucking having a good time. If it's
Yeah,
gonna be fucked
fucking
up,
enjoying
I'm
it.
just gonna do me for that last minute, fucking die with a smile on my face, rather than being all depressed and fucking smoking myself to oblivion. Do you know what I mean?
Doing both.
Yeah, do both. That's it. That's it. Multitask the fuck out of that shit. So
It's the only time I can multitask.
oh mate, I've seen you fucking multitask plenty of times. Skidding up and DJing at the same time, mate. That's a fucking art.
Yeah, I'm pretty talented at that, to be honest.
So where did the idea for the track come from, man? First point of contact, was that kind of just a little thing to say, look, this is Tatum MC and Nicky Blunt. This is the start of things to come. Are you guys working on a project together? What's the deal?
If I'm completely honest, like we are working on a project together. We're going to be doing like a 4 or 5 track EP, but like I basically made a few beats for a group that we're all in, like a WhatsApp chat group. Max was like, yeah, I really like it. I was like, all right, cool, take it and see what comes back with it. And that's what we did with it. I loved it. And the rest is history, as they say.
Sometimes it's the best way though, man. Just organic, off the cuff. no planning to it, and then something can just fucking happen from there on, can't it? Really?
Yeah, I mean, like for me, it was one of them things where the beat itself is a mad one. Like I was sitting watching an old 70s kung fu movie, might be 80s, but like super old kung fu movie, and I heard this little incidental sting. I was like, yo. And then like I went and bought the soundtrack to that album for like that movie. And there were so many different samples on it that I put them all together. And I'm not going to tell you what movie it was, but like,
No, you
yeah.
don't need to, mate. Don't need to. I'll fucking find it out. The old
Iconic,
Shazam in
mate.
it.
Absolutely, yeah. You know what I mean?
No, man, it's a sick fucking beat. I love that. As I said, I love that raw grittiness to it. The samples are dope as well, and obviously Max comes with that fucking raw, in your face, fuck you kind of vibe to it, which I fucking absolutely loved, man. Yeah, I've been banging that out, mate, when I've been
Great job.
driving along. Even my kids loved it, man. Even my kids were back, banging their heads to it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's banging. So you guys say you've got some more things planned in the future, have ya?
Yeah, like to be honest, I'm going to be cooking up a few more beats for him. I haven't done anything as of yet, but like, yeah, I mean, I've got sort of one or two beats sitting on the hard drive, to say the
Yeah.
least.
So my idea is, because I produce as well.
Oh, wicked.
My idea is to write a load of melodies, bass lines, and stuff to give to Nicky to do his thing with, so that we're
Oh,
not
sick.
using any samples, so it's completely original.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fresh.
that'd be dope. So
And
what
then
will you like play like whatever, a melody or whatever, and then he'll do the chopping up of that melody and create like a song, his own chops to it, or is it you're just gonna
so I'll sit there. I'll probably produce a whole thing,
yeah.
stem it out, and send it to him to do his thing with. And then obviously record over it, send the acapella over so he can do some scratching with whatever his favorite bars are. You know.
Oh, dope. Dope,
Yeah.
man. And do you play any instruments at all, Max?
I can't play anything properly, but if you hand me an instrument, I'll play you a melody. I'm a producer at heart mainly. So, but like rapping's, it was out of necessity. When I started rapping, no one was making beats that I liked that I knew, so I had to
Yeah.
make. And it took me a while to get good at it. I won't lie to you. But I did a technology course, like a music technology course, and I learned quite a bit. But then I
Yeah.
learned more in the time that came after, just through trying to make the sound that I wanted. And eventually, like one of our mutual friends put me in this group chat. Nicky sent me the folder. That beat was the one. I was out of all of them. I was like, but that one was the one, and I just, yeah, I loved it. So that's what happened.
Time, like, just want to say, big up the mutual friend Luke Maverick. Like,
Yeah, 100%, absolute bro, absolute bro.
yeah, big up
Dope,
Luke.
man. So do you guys live quite close to each other? Is it kind of like, whoa, you only live down the road from me? Like, what the fuck? Or is it like a bit of a travel?
I was shocked.
It's certainly not as far as from us to you, like, you know what I mean?
Fucking hell, mate. Of course not, you wanker. I live in Wales, didn't I? Come on.
Yeah, but oh yeah, decent.
Yeah. So did you guys get in the studio together to record it, or did you record it yours, Max, and you sent them the stems, or?
To be honest, over time, if I'm
I can't hear you now, Nicky. Coming a bit closer to the mic, mate.
I put a beat pack into the group with like 50 beats in it, and that tune I'd made like probably 5-6 years ago, and it's just
No way.
and like, yeah, just I mean, I've got tons and tons and tons of beats. Most of them are terrible, but yeah.
The thing is, like, you make loads of beats, right? But then none of them will be finished, and then you'll just have to get that. You need to find the right artist or something that sparks that thing to. That's what I ended up doing. You know what I mean? Like, just making loads of little ideas, and then sometimes then you get something that just sparks. Then you wanted to go and finish that beat off. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly that, but 90% of the time I fire up Ableton or the MPC, I'm not thinking about finishing yesterday's beat. I'm thinking about making today's one. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's a trap you can fall into sometimes as a producer as well, man. Is that you just end up with folders and folders of unfinished beats, and always trying to make the new one. I've got a mate of mine who's got like thousands of beats, but none of them are finished. Like none. Like the only ones he ever finishes are the ones that like I end up jumping on or whatever, or somebody else jumps on. But sometimes like you'll lose, like you'll have a dope idea and it will be sitting there for years and years and years, man. And then, as I said, it just needs somebody just to think, you know what, I can do something with this, and then
what happened. And then I took it back and polished it up.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like it just run it through like a few processes, like made it sound a bit cleaner, and yeah, like
That's why you should never throw away beats, man. Just keep
so
them,
if I'm
keep them in
honest,
the
I am the
archive.
worst for that. I'm the absolute worst for it. This is whack. I'm getting rid of it. Like I delete more beats than I save.
Do you know what? I had DJ Alchemy on recently, and he said pretty much the same thing. And he goes, he's got so many folders of beats, and so many beats that, you know, he'd even got like rappers to rap on it, and he just like just think, fuck it, he just got bored of it, and I just want to get rid of it, and just gets rid of it. Do you know what I mean? So,
I'm exactly the same. I can be halfway through a beat that everyone in the room's enjoying, and just be like, "This is pretty shit. I'm getting rid of it." Don't delete that. Save it. Gone.
how's the events going, Nicky? Are you still DJing out and stuff? What's going on with that?
I'm just literally about to start a new thing up in Colchester called Juice. So
Cool.
yeah, that's going to be more focused on the DJs than the open mic nights that we do in Southend.
Cool. Are you still doing those? Are you?
Yeah, like they're really popular, which is really surprising because like we live in the middle of Essex. It's like drum and bass territory, you know?
Yeah.
Like so to be able to put on successful rap gigs is like something that we're pretty proud of, you know what I mean?
Oh, wicked, man. And Max, are you involved in any of that, open mics and all that sort of stuff, or?
So I've been to a few around Colchester. So I've got a few friends doing different bits. We've got Art of the Roads going on in Colchester at the moment. My friend who runs Gas Clothing has been putting it on. It's had Big Nasty down, Devlin, that M.R guy that does the I mean fuck pussy turn red. That
Oh,
him.
yeah, sick.
Yeah, so and I've done a rap battle there for them. So I've got some friends. So one guy from Cambridge, Kick Nelly, he's a rap battler. And Georgie Roots, they had
I know
league.
Georgie Roots.
Yeah, so they had a league going on in Colchester and the surrounding
Yeah,
area. It was called Beast Anglia, which
yeah,
was so dope. And then the lockdown kicked in with the whole COVID thing, and it just completely
yeah.
killed momentum. I'm trying to get the guys to kind of bring it back, but they're sort of focusing on themselves at the moment, which is totally cool. And then also me and my friend and a couple of other of us that are it's basically starting a group called the Charlie Oscars because we're all Colchester based. But one of us is making a record label called Millennial Dream,
Oh,
and we
wicked, man.
launch it. We plan to launch August, and we want to do like a charity event day in Colchester so people can come if you've been through homelessness, if you've been through drug addiction, if you've been through domestic violence, any of that. There's going to be stalls there because we want to give back to the community because we've all been through it in some way. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. That's sick, man. Sick idea.
So, earlier we were saying, oh, it's all this bad going on, but we can't do anything. Well, maybe we can. Maybe we just got small steps. Do you know what I mean? So that's what we're really working on this year. So,
Mate,
yeah,
if you wanna do a little advert or something for us, send it over to me, man, and I'll stick it on my radio show, innit, to promote it if you want.
100%, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that'd be dope, man. Yeah, we want to get people involved to do things like that. If you've got any events going on or whatever, do us a little advert. Doesn't have to be anything flashy. Or you could let us know what you want in the advert, and I've got a few guys who are doing adverts and stuff for me anyway, so they could probably put one together for you.
I actually do animation. I've made a lot
Oh,
of
dope.
for some drum and bass nights that go on in Colchester. So my friend Mason, he runs a thing called Low Frequency.
Yeah,
People will know him as Super Mace, great guy. I basically helped him with the promotion for that. We used to do these cartoons where we'd have pictures of all the DJs and the MCs, and I would make
dope.
the drum and bass that was in the background, so it was all like completely copyright free and stuff. That
Yeah.
happens bar in Colchester pretty much every Friday and Saturday.
Oh,
So
dope, man.
yeah.
Yeah, that
So
sort of stuff. But obviously, this is going to be audio, so if it's not going to be so much visual, but yeah, just do an audio advert for us.
yeah,
Or if you want to
no problem.
just give us the details, as I said, I've got a couple of people who can do the advert and stuff for you, man. Do you know what I mean? So,
I appreciate that, man.
and the
Thanks.
same as you as well, Nicky. If you've got any events and stuff you want promoting, bro.
Yeah, well,
Um,
like I said, we do like open mic thing called Beats and Bars at Peggy's Bar in Southend every month, like once a month.
well, there you
And
go.
then,
You just advertised it now, brother. There you go. That'll be
yeah.
£100, please, mate.
Oh, look, and then we don't do anything else. See ya.
Mate, I will try to definitely come down, man.
It'd be good to have you down, man. Like, it would be really good. Like,
I will come. I will
said
come and
you've
give
got
you a
Farmer
visit,
G at one of your events soon, and like one of my idols. So like, I'm definitely coming down for a freebie for that one.
bro. Come down, man. Look, I've got my studio being built right now. If you look behind me, I don't know if you can see the video, but you got all these. This is the walls that are just
My man
behind me
Peter
here.
Parker sitting there on your
Uh
shoulder. I said you got my man Peter Parker sitting on your shoulder.
I have, mate. Yeah, but yeah, studio's getting built at the moment, man. So it should be ready
Right.
within the next sort of few weeks. So yeah, I'll have obviously sofa bed down there and stuff, all heating and stuff. So when you come down, man, you can just stay in the studio, innit?
I'm up for that, bruv.
Yeah, man. Max, if you're around as well, bro, it's the 20th of June. We're bringing Farmer G down to our event. It's called Isle of Hip Hop. And yeah, we've got Space Apes as well. I don't know if you've heard of Space Apes. They're like a Welsh um, group, basically, which are fucking pretty sick and stuff as well, man. And then we're going to be performing as well. We've got like an album coming out next in the next sort of several months as well as
You
Isle of
say
Hip
we,
Hop.
Cam? Who's we? You and who
Yeah,
else, mate?
sorry. Yeah, Isle of Hip Hop, which is the event that I do with this guy called KJ and Milo, the two guys who I run it with. We're a collective as well, so we've got an album that we're sort of working on. So
Milo, the guy that came to the Blade thing we did last
yeah,
time.
man. Yeah, baby Milo.
Right,
Yeah,
he's really dope. Big him up.
yeah, man. Yeah, Milo. KJ's fucking sick as well, sick producer. Milo obviously is he's the fun-loving criminal. No, man, but both fucking sick, both sick in their own right and stuff. So yeah, really excited about that. We just had our sort of one recently as well, where we had Blade come down, which was cool. He didn't perform and stuff, but that was just the weekend just gone, man.
Okay,
So
how'd it go?
it went well, bro. Yeah, it went well. He came to our event, and then the next day he had his 521 thing that we helped him organise down at the Cardiff Bay, man, which went really well as well. Loads of fucking people turned up. Loads of artists and
It's far
stuff
for me
turned
to
up.
go, mate. I would have turned up for it, but like it's so far. But Farmer G, I'll make the effort for.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah. Well, he's coming back in May. So Blade's coming back in May, man. So we're going to do another one down here in May. So, but we're not doing any more events now.
to get to you, so I might grab a lift.
Yeah, fucking jump on board, man. But if you ever come down, mate, you can always jump on the train and shit as well, man. I'll pay for your travel as long as you can fucking get yourself here. You might just want to. It might be easier just jumping on the train. You don't have to fucking drive for 3.5 hours. Do you know what I mean?
I absolutely prefer the car.
You prefer the car, do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, mate, I'm one of these. I'm one of those, man. Like, if it's a real long journey, like I'm coming up to London actually on Saturday, like meeting up with some mates and stuff I haven't seen for ages. And yeah, I was debating whether to drive or not, and I'm sort of fuck it. I'm just gonna just jump on the bus. Like, my mate works for National Express,
Okay.
which means I just get free fucking bus trips, man. So I thought, do you know what? I'm just gonna take him up on it. He's offered it to me before. He gets 43 tickets a month, and he never uses them. So he said to me the other day, he goes, if you ever need any bus fares or bus tickets, just let me know, man. So yeah, just fucking getting a bus up, man. 3 hours it is to get to London. I mean, it's a bit of a trek, but
yeah, like, dude, get yourself a power pack and take your MPC with you.
mate, it's got fucking. I did think this actually, because it's got Wi-Fi and stuff on the bus.
Yeah.
I could actually do something like that, man. I could take my laptop and do all my. Yeah, I might actually do that. You know, take my laptop and do my mixing and stuff on there. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, man. I didn't actually think of that. Lads, we only got about 10 minutes or so.
In the beat.
Yeah, so in regards to yourself, Nicky, have you got anything else going on in terms of projects? Anything else that you're doing at the moment, or any people that you're looking to work with, or what's your plans, bro?
I'm currently working on a few D&B remixes for a undercover project that I can't really say too much about, but I'm pretty excited about. Like, they're alternative rap songs that I've been asked to remix into D&B.
Oh, dope.
We'll see what happens there, like from a proper band with a rapper in and everything. So, like, yeah, like, see what happens with that. Then, obviously, I've got my album, Fall Down 7 Times, Stand Up 8. Like, I'll be working on that too. That I'm always working on that. It's never ready. It probably will never be ready because I'm such a perfectionist. But like, Yeah, one of them really. And then on top of that, like the DJing and producing, like it's a never ending. Yeah.
Yeah, you keeping things moving, huh?
Yeah, to be honest, I just keep my head down, get a bot going, and move on to the next one the next day. But like, I try to make a beat every day.
Yeah. It's a good little thing as well, man, just to keep practicing and stuff as well. And sometimes if you have like for me, if like, at the moment I've just had such a long break, it's hard to get back into it, kind of. And once you break that seal again,
Do stuff and like they update the operating systems, they're not the same
yeah,
anymore. So like, yeah, you need to keep your nose in it.
that's it, man. And now are you still banging tracks out on MPC on the MPC? Or are you still kind of just doing a mixture of
Well,
your
basically, my process with that, what I do is I use the MPC as the sketch pad because it's
yeah,
portable. I've got the
yeah,
lights. I can literally use it. I would say on the train, but I don't use the train. But yeah, I mean, like basically, I bought it for when I'm at work, and
yeah,
just means if we've got downtime at work, I can sit and knock out a beat in half hour. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
man.
sketch everything out on that, and then afterwards take it, bounce it down into stems, move it into Ableton, and do the mixing and mastering and stuff there.
Yeah, man. Are you using MPC stems yet?
Yeah, I am. It's pretty decent, but to be honest, what my workflow with that is, I normally do all the stemming and the warping and everything in Ableton, then take it into the MPC, then bounce it back out into Ableton to finish it up.
Yeah. I haven't a chance to use it yet, man. I'm a little bit behind with that at the moment. But yeah, so you recommend that it's worth getting it, right? I was just like fucking the joy of finding that sample and fucking trying to make it, it's part of the enjoyment, I think, is trying to make a sample work, how you're gonna flip
Well,
it.
yeah, but I mean, this gives you the opportunity to like work with things that, for instance, there's one track by a lady called Shirley Ellis, the clapping song. There's
Yeah,
one in that song that isn't clean at all. There's vocals over it the whole way through, etc., etc. But with these stems, now I've got the instrumental.
yeah,
We juggle with it. I can scratch over the top of it. I can die it. The possibilities now are endless. It just opens up everything. The biggest
yeah,
time to be a musician.
yeah, defo, man. Defo. I'm still a little bit scared of using it. I'm like, once I use this, am I going to go back to the conventional way? Is this just going to totally take the love out of trying to fucking find that sample and all that sort of stuff? And
I
but
think
I do get it as well that there's always been times where I've just wanted one like a little flute or something. I just wanted that part of it, or
this
I
is what I'm
wanted to.
saying. It's a tool, and if you use it like a tool, you don't have to use it in every beat, do you? You know.
Yeah,
So yeah, just I want that. I'm getting that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I want that bit, so I'm removing that bit. Like it's the coolest thing ever.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, it's
Like I
mad,
said,
isn't
I
it, that we
think
can. Mad, it's taken so long to even make that thing happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I know it came out on you had it on Serata, didn't you? Just when I
that's right. Yeah,
first. Yeah,
that's
so it's only been a fairly recent development, isn't it? But it's surprising it's taken this long for that to come out.
the funny thing about it though is that like the way we consume our music now has completely changed. Everybody's streaming, right? So
Yeah,
like the DJ companies, like obviously most of them are using like Serato, Record Box, Tractor, etc., etc. If you use one of the streaming services, they charge you an extra £10 a month just to
yeah,
plug in DJ equipment. And then on top of that, they cripple your equipment. Oh no, you can't use your stems. What? Like, yeah, I don't do the whole streaming thing. If I don't own it, then I ain't playing it, basically.
yeah. Do you
But yeah,
where do you source your samples from, man? Do you normally just get it from like YouTube or records or mixture of whatever you fancy, or do you have a kind of a
I'm actually part of a digging collective. Big up the Vinyl Frontier Massive. Like,
Vinyl
yeah,
Frontier? Where's that?
I believe he's from America. Not 100% sure. It's an internet thing. You know what I mean? So
That's
like,
madness because there's a record store down here called the Vinyl Frontier, and we're actually going in there to do like a cipher thing in there. Like we're going to set up
right.
our PA system and everything, do like a video and everything in there. We've chatted with them, but yeah, that's called the Vinyl Frontier. And there was another one in Woking. Have you heard of Woking?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there was a shop there called Vinyl Frontier as well. I mean, it's not that original, is it? Everybody's
I
fucking
mean,
using it.
this is just basically a digging collective where everybody throws in like a few albums a month kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Sometimes we have like a Super Sunday sample competition where everybody works on the same sample.
Oh, that's dope, man. How many
Like,
people are involved in that?
loads. It's like international. So like, yeah, thousands is the honest answer to that, mate.
That's amazing, bro. So what, you just drop like ideas for something like, okay, you know, you found a record or whatever, who can make whatever out of this, or is it and it's just shared amongst everybody, is it?
Well, basically, there's one guy that runs it, and everybody sends their stuff to him, and then he puts a pack out once a month.
Cool.
So
Cool,
yeah,
man. Have you
yeah.
made anything? Have you made a lot of stuff from that, or?
Funny enough, the track that what do you call it? I managed to source the actual first when I was first chopping it up. That's where it come from. But yeah, like I've knocked a few things out from in there. Yeah, like. But then again, like sometimes you go through and you're like, oh, like it's a bit weird. Tupac sampled this. What are you putting this in it for? You know what I mean? Like, so like it's hit and miss, but like that's the game.
And is there any sort of samples that you prefer the most? Is there a certain sound that you prefer, man, or is it just make whatever you feel, or
I
what
do
your
have
mood
a
is taking you?
certain section that I dig in, and I'm not gonna say where it is because it's mine, and you ain't having them. They're all mine. No, honestly, like 70s Japanese soul music is my thing.
Yeah.
And like, if I'm really honest, the reason that I go digging in stuff like that is because most people that listen to hip hop ain't listening to 70s Japanese soul.
Exactly, man. And you can get away with sampling stuff a lot easier as well.
Or, you know, like you got to go work for it. Like otherwise, you end up remixing Careless Whisper.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Another trick is to do like if there's a certain song or whatever, just find like a really obscure remix of it, and then you can sample that as long as it's got sort of certain similar vibe to it or whatever. It might be a melody, huh?
Or replay it yourself.
Or replay it yourself. Yeah, that's fucking easier way of doing it if you know how to do it. Also, gypsy music as well, man. Russian, Polish, that sort of stuff. That
Funnily
sort of
enough,
stuff's really good.
Dr. Dre's "What's the Difference" sample is a Russian sample.
Oh, is it? Yeah, they got some like if you just scour like YouTube for like old, as you said, old 60s, 70s from all different countries, man, like jazz or whatever, then you're gonna find something that nobody's fucking normally has already used a million times, you know?
Yeah. The other thing as well is that like most of that stuff's made on old analog equipment, and it just has a certain sound to it that
Defo.
the digital stuff doesn't have.
Exactly. It already gives it that gritty sound that sometimes you have to kind of add effects to get, or trying to get your sound to sound like that. It's already got it on there, man.
Or life to it, I would say.
It's analog,
exactly that.
You know what I mean, it's not digital and clean. It's like a little bit grimy.
Exactly that. Exactly that.
Talking of grimy, like in my opinion, and like it's only my opinion. I'm not saying it's fact, but like the greatest hip hop album of all time has one of the worst mix and masters of any album I've ever heard, and that's 36 Chambers. But kind of adds to its charm, if you know what I mean. Like it's part of what the album is.
Definitely. And I've heard that before from lots of people saying that, to be honest, because the way they recorded it and stuff, it was just raw, man. It was, you know, they had, you know, based on what equipment and stuff they had at the time as well, man. But when you listen to it now, for me, that still sounds like it was meant to be like that, if you know what I mean. I think it was like that out of necessity. I think it was like that because they wanted it to be like that. It was intentional. It wasn't like
I'm not so sure. I think it was just the limitations of the equipment and the access to what they had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, but it wasn't like they weren't able to. You know, they could have got it remastered and they could have got it reworked and done all that to it. But I think they in the end what kept it as it is because of the fact that fucking it sounds raw, man. It sounds like
a polished Wu-Tang album. Who wants to hear that? Like
exactly
more gritty shit. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, I hear some stuff now, like even stuff being released now, like I've heard on like stuff on boot records and different underground hip hop stuff. And when you listen to the mix, like you think like, fucking hell, this sounds like all muffled and just doesn't sound clean. But that's kind of what you want, man. Like if you're gonna be making raw underground hip hop, you don't want it to sound clean. And then when I listen to some other producers' beats, I'm just like, man, like I love the beat, but it just sounds way too polished.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, like one of my favorite producers at the moment, and this is quite a surprise for people that know me, is actually Ice Spice's producer, Riot USA. And like one of the things I like about him is he uses the grimiest 808s, but like
yeah,
mix downs, it's all so polished. None of it rubs on each other. Like it sits nicely in the mix. It's mixed down so well. Like I said, I'm a
yeah.
geek. I apologize to everybody who's got no clue what we're talking about. But this kind of stuff excites me. You know what I mean? That's
Nah,
why I don't go
defo,
out
man.
much.
No, I hear that though, man. I hear that. I think sometimes you can overthink things as well and trying to get sound to sound all polished and clean, where sometimes just having that raw sound is where you want to leave it. Do you know what I mean?
What's not meant to be clean. It's like drum and bass. Like it's not meant to be unless you're making like what used to be called intelligent jungle, which is I think they call it liquid now.
Liquid, yeah, yeah, like your
Yeah,
LTJ Bookhams and all that sort of stuff.
exactly. Unless you're making that kind of stuff, it ain't supposed to sound polished. It's meant to have a bit of distortion on the bass and like
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And as I said, sometimes as a producer, you can kind of yeah, like you can kind of get bogged down a bit, little bit by that, and you're trying to get it to sound like less distortiony and stuff. But sometimes it's just fucking good just to leave it like that, man. And that you may not be everybody. It may not be everybody's cup of tea. You might get some producers saying to you, like I've had it. I've had it when I've played tracks for other mates who are producers, and they might be like, oh yeah, you know that could be a little bit more cleaner, or that could be a little bit
so,
more mixed, yeah, tidied up a little bit better. But then if you do that, then it might take out the essence of what you were trying to get at in the first place, you know?
I think one of the greatest things about music is that you're never going to make everyone happy and it's completely subjective. One
Yeah,
man's
exactly.
passion, another man's gold, you know? Like,
Exactly
so
that.
yeah, like for my advice, if anyone's getting into music, just do your own thing, do what makes you happy and what you like. Eventually, your people will come find you.
That's it, man. And I think a little thing to other people who work with other artists and stuff as well and other producers. I think sometimes when you're a producer yourself and you're making music and then you work with other producers, or you're a rapper and you've had been your vocals have been mixed a certain way and you've got used to listening to it. I just think you need to relax when you work with other people. I think some people are like, well, they want their vocals sounding a certain way, which is fine. I understand that. But also, if you're doing that, you're not then giving that producer that you're working with or the other artist you're working with that creative freedom to be able to add their own sound to it and make it sound like their own production. Yeah, okay, they can make your vocals sound like how you would make them sound, but then that's then your sound on
Your
somebody
beat,
else's
innit?
vote.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, if I'm honest, like if I'm truly honest, like I don't usually work with people for vocals. I make a beat, I send them a beat, they do the vocals, they mix their own vocals, they send it back, I mix and master the track. Like,
yeah,
yeah, it like some I'm not gonna say all because obviously that's a blanket statement, but like there are some dudes who, oh, I can do that again. Like, bro, this is your eighth take. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm just like, look, you guys do that, I'll do this, and we'll meet in the middle.
yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, even I've probably been guilty of it when I'm like, oh, you know what? I want my vocals mixed a certain way. But like over the last, I don't know, maybe several years, maybe 3 or 4 years, I've just relaxed a little bit, man. I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to give my vocals to somebody else to mix, as long as they get it, you know, to the best as what they can, I'm not going to be all like finicky about it. You know what I mean? As long as it sounds clear, it may not be exactly how I'd mix it, but you know, that's just their interpretation of it, man. And as long as they're 100% happy with it. And, you know, usually I might say, oh, yeah, my vocals might need turning up a bit or turning down a bit sometimes. But usually I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to fucking let it go.
I
And
think
yeah,
imperfections add character.
yeah. And you just, they're adding their own flavor to it. They're hearing something in a certain way. And if it's their beat and they're the ones, like recently I've been involved in a couple of ciphers and it's somebody else is organising that cipher, they've gone all to that effort to doing it, am I then going to come along and say, oh, do you know what, like, if I'll put a bit more reverb on my vote and start fucking trying to tell them how to produce my vocals? They're already...
Why don't you put this on instead?
Yeah. Yeah, give me the fucking beat, give me the vocals. I'm gonna fucking mix the thing for you, you cunt. Do you know?
Yeah, you know what? You're fired, mate. Off you go.
Yeah, no. So yeah, like, and you know, as I said, it's everybody's interpretation. I think we need to be open like that with as producers and just let people, and even as artists, just let people fucking add their own little flavor to it. Do you know what I mean?
Innit? You know what I mean? Like,
that's it, man.
Magic happens. Like,
that's it, bro. That's it. And sometimes the magic comes from just being organic and not overthinking things. Sometimes when you overthink it, you lose that initial essence or rawness about it, man. You got anything else to say, Nicky? Max, you got any releases, anything you want to tell us about before we sort of wrap it up tonight?
Yeah, man. So, as I said earlier, the Millennial Dream label's dropping soon. We've got like so many collabs out of all of the guys that are on there. So I've obviously got my own solo stuff. I've got a collab with one of my better rap friends, Ross Crow, called 93 coming out because we're both born in 93. We're going to be pushing 90 sound, keeping it lyrical, keeping it conscious, keeping it clean as well. We want to do a nice, so radio friendly, but also, yeah. So like, but not like that though. Obviously, we're going to be talking about serious stuff. We just want everyone to be able to listen to it uncensored. So that going on. We've got the Charlie Oscars, which is our collective. We've got some other guys doing bits and pieces in there. So yeah, this year as I say, we're going to launch it. We're going to have some bits going on. So yeah, man.
Bro, send your music over. You got
100%.
the email. Obviously I've sent it to Nicky as well, but I'll drop it to Nicky as well again. Go and check out Killer Tapes. That's what obviously the show on Killer Tapes. Follow us on Instagram and that. And yeah, send over your beats, send your new stuff, mate. Just send them over to me and I'll get them on the shows, man. What about yourself, Nicky?
Yeah, I've got a few bits that I can send you over. I'll knock a pack up this evening or tomorrow or something and send you them over. That's no problem at all. But other than that, like just the regular radio shows, the regular places I'm DJing at. Big up the Colchester crew. I'm there a lot at the moment. So,
yeah, man.
Like,
also, send us any beats over, bro. Yeah, because we've got producers. We want producers to send over their beats as well. So we're going to not just play, we're not just going to play tracks with. We want instrumentals as well, man. We may not play like loads of instrumentals throughout the show, but we will try to scatter one or two here or there. So we're encouraging producers to send over their beats as well. Right, cool. Tell us a little bit about the beat. What's it called? You know, anything you want to put in there about it, you know, your influence on it, where you got the idea from, or whatever you want to chat about it. You can. You don't have to necessarily, but yeah, give the beat a half decent name, not like 001A or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just give it a little name.
001A is my favorite name for a track. 001A final mix. Honestly, this is the last one.
And then you got some people who just name shit really obscure stuff like fucking Scrotum One, and do you know what I mean?
Like, for me, I find that I always name a beat if I save it because, like, obviously when I'm first working on it, there's no rapping or whatever else, and you end up with a million track ones. But like whatever I name it kind of sticks in my head, and then I give it to someone else and they start rapping on it. Like First Contact was initially called La Mandragora.
Yeah.
Like, and to me, that's what it is, you know what I mean? But like when Max puts his vocals on, it changes. And like I'm sitting here on Serato or whatever, trying to find it with the vocals, and it just damn it. Like I said, I'm a retard. Anyway, I'll leave you on that. And
big up, man. Thanks for coming on. Say that again.
I said, hopefully I'll pop down and see you for the farmer thing.
Bro, make it happen, man. As I said, you can stay around mine. It'd be great to have you down, mate. It's going to be an absolute banger. Bring some tracks and stuff. Oh, we've just bought some Pioneers and stuff as well now, man. So we've got our own decks and stuff, everything now. So, nice. Just bring some music down, man. Spin some tracks and stuff as well for us, isn't it? So.
Sounds good, man. I'll be in my happy place when I'm standing behind a pair of turntables.
There you go, brother. There you go. Anyway, mate, thanks very much for both of you coming on. And
big up. Do remember, check out First Point of Contact, Nicky Blunt and Max Tatum.
That's the shit. Absolute banger. Peace out.